Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 10th. I am at work, believe it or not. This is one of the properties that I take care of. And I just wanted to come on and give a quick message, talk about some dreams that I've had recently. But the main dream was Sunday morning, and I didn't want to talk about it on Sunday because it was Mother's Day. Shout out to all you mothers. I didn't want to take away from your day because you do so much for humanity, and every one of us who's alive owes a debt of gratitude to you. So thank you, mothers. God bless you. I also wanted to just say that I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to share what God has done and is doing for all of us, and to glorify Him is my main goal. So a couple of things I wanted to mention. That my last video was short, the one at the skate park, but that was my third take, so I had already been writing for a while, and when I previewed the video I thought, no, I'm not going to upload that, so I tried again, and then it took 3 times, and I thought, yeah, that'll do. So it was short, but just enjoy being able to ride at my age. I can't ride like I used to. I can't play disc golf like I used to, or spin a frisbee on my finger like I used to, but just the fact that I still can is enough for me to give thanks and glory to God. But the last few days I've been having such vivid dreams. They're just so real. They're all the senses are there: sight, sound, color, smell, feel, everything. When I wake up, I'm surprised that I'm in bed and at home because it was just so real. This morning I had 3 unusual dreams that maybe weren't as significant as the one I had on Sunday. This morning I dreamt that I was talking with Tommy Chong, and I looked around and I was among the cast of that 70s show. Everybody was there. And they were all kind of laughing and giggling, and I asked them, what's the occasion? Why is everybody so happy? And someone had said that they were all tripping on acid. They've been taking LSD. And I said, oh, really? How's that working out for you? And someone else laughed and said, you're about to find out. And I looked, and I was holding a drink, and so I automatically assumed that, they put some in the drink. And everybody was just laughing, laughing, laughing. And I was laughing too, because laughter is contagious, especially the woman that plays Mrs. Foreman, the mother. Her laughter just really gets me. So I woke up laughing. I went back to sleep. And the next dream, I was in a mall and running around with Adam Sandler and a bunch of other people that I didn't know. Adam Sandler was the only person that I recognized, and covered from one end of the mall to the next. And then we're standing on this balcony. It was a mid-level balcony. There was levels below us and levels above us. And somebody said, well, let's go to the upper level. And Adam Sandler says, oh, I can't. I'm beat. I'm too tired. And I said, that's no problem. And I turned around and told him, hop on. So he hopped on my back, and I took him up a flight of stairs, piggyback. And it was just so real. I could feel the stairs under my feet. I could feel every step. I could feel the weight on my back. And I got to the top of the stairs, and I thought, wow, that was easy. And I woke up, and I went back to sleep. The next dream, I was on my mountain bike, and I was in Manitou Springs, Colorado, which is the town where I love to live. I grew up in Colorado Springs, right next to Manitou Springs, but I spent as much time as I could in Manitou because it was, smaller, quiet, more peaceful, less traffic. It's right on the foothill right at the foot of Pikes Peak. So I just loved it there, and was mountain biking all the different streets, and there was a lot of construction going on. And the last thing I remember was that I went up this ramp and I ended up in the basket of a crane, and the crane started lifting me up, and I was looking down and realizing, wow, I'm still on my bike, but I'm not on the ground anymore, and that's when I woke up. So I don't know if there's any significance to those dreams or not, but they sure were real. The one I had on Sunday morning, though, that one I think has a lot of significance. I was standing in a street, and as I looked around, the street was crowded. There was people everywhere, and everything seemed to be a happy, joyous, festival type atmosphere. And it was in a big city. Everything was man-made. It was either asphalt, pavement, or building. I didn't see any trees, no plants, just everything was man-made. And suddenly, off to the left, I hear an announcement, take shelter, clear the streets, they're coming. And I turned and looked, and the military was coming and telling us to clear the streets. And I didn't know who they were referring to, saying that they're coming. And I looked, and people were trying to get into the buildings. They all seemed to be locked. And they were scared. They were panicked. They were pounding on the doors, screaming, let us in, let us in. They were trying to break the doors down. And I remained calm. I looked, and I saw a small passageway between buildings. So I walked down through the passageway, trying to get behind the buildings, ended up in the alley. There was nowhere to go there, but I looked and I saw a ladder. So I climbed the ladder, got up onto the rooftop of the building, worked my way over to the front of the building to look down into the street and see what was going on. And I see the military. They're firing all their weapons and they're retreating backwards as if their weapons are having no effect on whatever it is they're firing at. I never did see what was coming or what they were shooting at. And then I looked to my left and I looked to my right, and there was a bunch of people that had followed me up on that roof, and they had all gathered up to the front to look down into the street. And they were still scared and panicked. And I just wanted to get away from all that fear. So I looked around and I see that the building next door had a ladder going up. It was a taller building. So I went over to that ladder and climbed up onto that roof. And looking around, and I see people were following me once again. And, I just thought, these people are scared, they're panicked, they don't know what to do, and they're following me. And I looked around and I see another ladder. So I climbed that ladder, go up onto still yet another higher building. I get up onto the roof of that building, and there's a man there, and he comes over to greet me, and he reaches out his left hand to shake my hand, and instead of shaking my hand, he grabbed my wrist, and with his other hand, he ripped a ring off my finger. Now, I don't wear jewelry, so I thought that was kind of peculiar because I could feel the ring coming off my finger. Well, he immediately sits down, and as he's sitting down at this chair with a small table in front of him, he picks up a magnifier, starts looking at the ring, and he says, I'll be taking anything else you may have too. And I thought, well, that's strange. I looked around, I see another ladder going up onto the next roof, even higher still. So I climbed up onto that ladder, and that's when I woke up. So I've been thinking about this dream and praying for interpretation of it, and God has given me several scriptures. The 23rd Psalm tells us, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. And I felt like God was with me. I was at peace throughout this dream. And that verse says, walking through the valley of the shadow of death. People were running and panicked, and I was not. I was walking. I was calm. I was just moving at a normal pace, and people were following me. And the Lord spoke to me and said, be a leader, not a follower. The Bible tells us that broad and wide is the path that leads unto destruction, and many there be that find it. Straight and narrow is the path that leads unto salvation, and few there be that find it. And as I contemplated these things, the lyrics of Billy Falcon's song, Warrior, popped into my head. Rise up, higher and higher. like King Charlie said, the roof is on fire. Well, the roof wasn't on fire, but I kept finding another ladder to keep rising up, to keep going higher. And I think that that's the interpretation of the dream, is that no matter what the circumstances are, just know that God is with you. And do not be afraid, do not be panicked, be on the lookout for the way out, because God always provides us a way out. So I'll continue to pray about this. If I get anything further on it, I will come back on and talk about it some more. If any of you have any further interpretations of this, let me know. I'm hoping that it's not a prophetic dream and vision of the future, because it was not good to see the military in retreat, firing all the weapons that they had and them having no effect, and they seemed as scared as the general public did. But I woke up feeling peaceful, just trying to understand it was the only thing that disturbed me, but the Lord has given me peace. He's given me understanding of it. And just to know that He is with me always. He never leaves me, forsakes me. He never leaves any of you or forsakes any of you. It is written in His Word, and therefore we know it to be true. So God bless you. I love you. And we will see you in the next episode of The Adventures of Sporty Spine. Climbing trees, climbing ladders, just keep climbing higher and higher. God bless you. Love you. Have a good day.